I've just watched back a few clips of the video and I can only apologise for the amount of times I do look down at my notes. You'll see in the video why, but yeah, I just apologise for the amount of times I'm looking down to read what was on my notes on my phone. So yeah, apologies for that. Enjoy the video. Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we're back with another video on Wrexham AFC, and today we're talking about a hot topic. We are going to be talking about the new racecourse ground Kop. Before we get going in today's video, if the camera does look a bit funny, I've broken my tripod. I'm absolutely gutted. I tripped over it when it was plugged into the plug socket. A new one of those will be ordered soon, but today I'm currently going off 7 books as my tripod, so just excuse if the camera does look a bit funny. Like I've said, we're going for 20,000 before the end of 2023. So if there's anyone new watching this video and you haven't subscribed already, please get down there, click the red subscribe button. This is your place for Wrexham AFC content on YouTube. Everything related to Wrexham AFC that comes out will be on this channel. Matchday vlogs, new signing, news that's coming out of Wrexham AFC, Kop Redevelopment updates. It is all going to be on this channel, so get down there, do not miss out, and subscribe now. And on today's video, like I said, we're going to be talking about 5 features that will make the new Kop stand so special. So the first point I want to talk about is the safe standing. Now in the new Kop, we've all seen it by now, they have released that there is going to be safe standing. Now what I can see here, there's obviously 5,500 seats, and 5,000 of those will be UEFA approved safe standing seats, meaning that every seat does have a rail installed in front of every seat, which gives the fans the option to sit or stand during a match, meaning that their matchday experience will be easier and safer. This is a really good thing to have in the new Kop stand because not many clubs do actually have safe standing at the minute. They did trial it a couple of seasons back with 2 Premier League sides, and to this day only a handful of Premier League sides do actually have safe standing. Just to name a few: Chelsea, Manchester United, Man City. I think we're really privileged that we've been able to get the safe standing in the Kop. I think there's Morecambe as well are the only other team in League 2 to actually have safe standing. I could be well off with that fact, but just going off my knowledge, they're one of the teams that I can think of. And like I said, I think Wrexham will be one of only a couple of teams outside the Premier League to have that privilege of having the safe standing. And with the Kop being brand new, we won't have to worry about anything being faulty. Everything will be in working order and it is going to be absolutely incredible. This is a huge benefit because you might have people that stand at matches that don't really want to stand but are forced to stand because the people around them in front of them are stood up, so they won't be able to watch the match. But the benefit with this safe standing is that there'll be 2 people either side in front of you. So say I'm sat on like this, there'll be 1 person here and 1 person here, so your view will not be obstructed, which I think is absolutely incredible. I think that's the case with every safe standing stand that football teams have across the world. Germany as well is a good example of it. You have it at Borussia Dortmund, you have it in nearly every German club, and it has worked so well since it's been brought back into the game. It's going to be brilliant. I'm assuming that most people will be wanting to stand, but if you want to sit down, you have the option to. And the next feature is, of course, the concourse. Now, the new concourse that will be installed in the Kop will be vital for Wrexham AFC on a match day, not only because there'll be a larger amount of stations for people to go up to and to buy food or drink from, it won't get too crowded. Now, I think that's the case with the concourse in the tech end at the minute. We've got a new one being installed in the Kop. It'll be significantly larger. We won't have to worry about it being overcrowded in there, which will obviously make the experience a lot more enjoyable for the fans. And of course, you won't have to wait half the time to get your food and drink. But that is not the only benefit of the concourse. They have put out that the concourse on non-match days will be turned into an exhibition space for the local community of Wrexham. People around the Wrexham area can visit the club, can use the concourse for maybe activities or stuff, which would be absolutely incredible because at the end of the day, we're a community at Wrexham AFC and it's good to get the community involved with this new stand. It's good to see that the community are being thought of when this stand is being involved, and it's great to get the community involved, and it will also boost economic activity for local businesses in the area of Wrexham. The club haven't officially stated this yet, but in my opinion, when the new concourse is up, they'll definitely be a lot more advanced when it comes to technology. Everything will be more technology based. Our new partner HP, I think, will have a massive say in what goes on in the Kop and make the experience easier for fans. Just an example, I think they'll bring in touchscreen order pads for fans to use in the concourse, meaning that there won't be queues, although there will be queues, but the queues will be significantly smaller because you're not all queuing in one queue to get a drink or food. there'll hopefully be multiple touchscreen order pads for people to order on. A bit like, it's a silly example, a bit like in McDonald's, you know, it stops everyone from queuing in one big line, and you can do it easily with a click of a button on a touchscreen pad. And obviously, like I said, it will speed up the process of everything that goes on in the concourse. Fans will be able to get their food and drink a lot more quicker, and if I'm being honest, I can see the same happening when it comes to ticketing now. For example, I went to Fylde in 2019, a few years back, and they were one of the first teams in non-league to have had e-ticketing scanners. There was no one on the gate to scan your ticket. You literally put it in a little scanner and you're in. And I think that's definitely what Wrexham should be looking at in the future. If we want to be more advanced as a football club, and if we want to be better as a football club, I think these technology options should definitely be considered. The next good feature is obviously the retail space. This for me is going to be my favourite thing about the Kop going up. This is going to be a huge feature because the new club shop will have larger stock, and we'll be able to stock a hell of a lot more shirts, training wear, just accessories to do with Wrexham AFC. It'll be a larger space. Now in the current club shop, you're probably limited to about 20 people, 25 people in there, which is obviously is a shame. Our club shop is definitely one of the smallest that you'll find in the 72. But with this new club shop, you won't have to worry about overcrowding. You can take your time, you can enjoy yourself in the club shop. And when it does come to paying for items, we'll hopefully have that option of having more pay points available. Obviously, at the moment in the club shop, off the top of my head, I think you've got 2 in the club shop that process the orders at the minute and 1 on the ticketing. So yeah, I think this could definitely be improved, and it will be improved when the new Kop does come out. I think it'll be tripled. I think there'll be at least 6 pay points where you can purchase your shirts, which will obviously make the experience a lot easier. Like in the concourse, the queues will be significantly less, and it'll just be a more speedy process. And like I said, the experience will be a lot better for fans because although I haven't experienced it myself, I'm sure when there's people in the club shop at the minute, they sometimes could feel rushed because of A, the lack of space, B, because there's probably people waiting to come in, people wanting to look at what you're looking at, but of course you're looking at it, so you might feel pressured. And it's not the largest of spaces, the club shop, but we make good use of it. It's going to be incredible to see hundreds of Wrexham shirts stocked in the new club shop. I cannot wait. Hospitality lounge and hospitality in general is the next talking point, is the next feature of why this Kop stand will be taking this football club to the next level. Now obviously the club did announce that new hospitality lounges will be installed when the Kop stand is obviously built. Now the hospitality lounge is located at the top of the Kop stand, and there looks to be a strip of executive seats. Now if you look on this picture now, I could be completely wrong, but there looks to be a strip of seats at the top of the stand. My guess is that they'll probably save around 75 to 100 maybe for, I don't know, sponsors, people who want to pay that extra bit more to get the best seats in the house, and people that are obviously in the hospitality. And of course at Wrexham AFC you can't really get the full hospitality package, I'd say, at the minute, because obviously there's special guests that visit the club regularly, and only around 30 people get to experience that on the odd match day or so when they do pay for the hospitality. So I think a new hospitality area in general was much needed, and I do think this hospitality will give you that Premier League like experience at Wrexham AFC. You'll get obviously the ability to go in the hospitality lounges that, from my view, it does seem like it overlooks the pitch, which will be absolutely incredible. You'll have the best view in the house from not only the lounge, but when you go out onto those seats, you're at the top of the Kop stand. You've got the best view and the best seats that you can possibly wish for inside the racecourse ground. I'm sure there'll be increased amount of tables in there. The space will be a lot larger. You can socialise. I think it'll be all round a very good addition to the Kop, and you just do get to enjoy yourself pre-match and during the match and post-match. Of course, you do get to have that 5-star experience at the racecourse ground, which I'm so excited for. Drop a like if you'd like to see me try the hospitality inside the Kop when it does get built. Not only will this benefit the fans, but it'll also benefit the club, because it will hopefully generate more revenue and it'll get more people to come into the hospitality, because like I said, you can only really get around 30 people that get to sit in those premium seats at the minute. So when you've got that strip of seats at the top, my guess is, like I said, 75 to 100. You're going to get more people, you're going to get more money into the club. And the final feature is the acoustics. Now, You might not have been expecting this one, but I can't exactly remember where I heard this, but I'm sure I heard that the Kop will be made out of a certain material that will obviously better the acoustics of the tech end and any other stand in the racecourse ground at the minute, and it will be designed to specifically help the acoustics of the stand. Now, in other terms, this will mean the noise generated by the fans will be a lot louder than it already is in any other stand in the ground, and the stand will be built a certain way to help that. I can't exactly say how. My guess is that they'll use a specific type of metal, for example, or any type of material that will help reflect the sound in the stand, and it could also be the structure of how the Kop stand is built. You've got to remember all these different things are going to help the acoustics. They'll have done their research on how to improve the noise in a stand, and Borussia Dortmund, for example, their yellow wall is just one completely diagonal line, and that's similar to what the Kop is going to be like. The noise generated inside the Signal Iduna Park is incredible, and that's all down to how the stand is built and the acoustics of it. I can imagine when the drum is being hit in that Kop stand, the acoustics will work its wonders, and the noise generated there is going to be immense. If you thought the noise generated in the tech end was good, wait till you hear what it's going to be like when 5,500 fans are singing their hearts out. The noise is going to be on another level. You know, and here's an example on screen now. Now, this is an example of a stand with good acoustics. Now, as you can see, there's a few factors that could influence the good acoustics in the stand. You can see on this one, the angle of the stand is similar to the new Kop. The height of the roof and the height angle of the roof are all factors that I think are going to be put into place in the Kop stand to help generate the noise on a match day. And it's going to make that experience a lot more better because you'll have incredible noise coming from the Kop. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what your favourite feature is of the new Kop stand that is going to be built. I cannot wait for this stand to be up and running. I'm fingers crossed going to get a season ticket in there when they do become available, because the experience is going to be great. You'll never get bored of it. You'll never get tired of it. And let me just insert a clip here of what I said before the takeover happened, before anything happened and we were in a relegation scrap.
If we're going to get a new 5,000 Kop in that will increase our capacity to just over 16,000, and I doubt we'll be barely getting over 2,000 attendance, then what is the point?
That just shows how time has changed and how quickly this football club has transformed, and it's incredible to see. I never thought when I recorded that video that we'd be saying we're going to pack out the Kop week in, week out. We're going to have a packed out racecourse ground. It's incredible. What a time to be a Wrexham AFC fan. I couldn't wish for a better football club to support at the minute, but like I said, yeah. Let me know in the comment section down below what your favourite feature is of the new Kop stand, and I'll see you in another video. Make sure to subscribe, and I will see you for the big one on Saturday against Bradford. Take care, up the town.